Dyscalculia, the invisible learning difference. An estimated 5 to 10% of the population might have dyscalculia. That means as many as 40 students in a school of 400 could be struggling with this math learning difference. One of the major problems for people who are undiagnosed is that they tend to think they are stupid and not good at math. It's also easy for parents and teachers to get frustrated. It's important to watch for the signs of dyscalculia so that students can get the support they need and have a positive experience in school. Although it sounds similar, dyscalculia is not just math dyslexia. Dyscalculia is often defined as a lack of number sense, which can include the inability to judge the magnitude of numbers and how they relate. It is not the same as math anxiety. However, those who are diagnosed with dyscalculia often experience anxiety about their learning. Math is an important aspect of society, and it shapes daily living. For people who are undiagnosed with dyscalculia, they will find that certain tasks which are easy for others can be extremely difficult for them. From telling time, to knowing if a person has enough money to buy something, to tipping at restaurants, dyscalculia can be a barrier to normal living. Although there is no cure for dyscalculia, if signs are caught early, then it will be easier for someone to develop skills to cope with the learning difference, and it will be less of a disability. As a person with dyscalculia, I find there are little things in everyday life that are harder for me than most. For example, when I play the piano, it can be difficult to keep a constant rhythm and count beats for different types of notes. The words can be confusing. In 4/4 time, a quarter note gets 1 beat and a half note is 2 beats. I can manage, but it takes constant effort. Spatial awareness is another thing that can be challenging for me. Dance has helped me a lot, but when I'm driving, I tend to wonder if I'm a good distance from the car in front of me. I repeatedly ask what the speed limit is. As simple as it seems, making smoothies can even be difficult. Reading a recipe is challenging because the measurements often use of fractions. If I don't have the correct measuring cup, it is hard for me to figure out a 3/4 of a cup. Despite all the negative aspects of dyscalculia, the need to work extra hard on school assignments and life activities has increased my endurance and resolve to get things right. There are ways to help those who have dyscalculia. The use of manipulatives is a visual representation of different quantities and can provide a hands-on experience to help a student see a relationship of numbers and add various quantities. Reteaching a math concept or a specific problem over and over might feel frustrating to a teacher or parent, but doing so will help students with dyscalculia learn and retain information and develop strategies for dealing with future math problems. Accommodations in class will make the student feel more comfortable and reduce anxiety. For example, it can be helpful to have a number line and example calculations when taking exams. Having more time can also be useful given that remembering math concepts and strategies takes longer. In addition, students with dyscalculia often need to revisit old concepts that they seem to grasp but are no longer remembered. Where possible, spending the time to memorize math facts is crucial for dealing with future math problems that build on these facts. Just remember that this memorization does not mean a student understands the differences in magnitude of numbers. What can parents and teachers do now if they suspect that a student has dyscalculia? First, be patient with the child. They are likely feeling bad that they can't understand what seems obvious to others. Parents can talk to their teachers and perhaps with staff and student support services about persistent issues involving math, money, and time. Searching the internet for resources on dyscalculia can also help parents and teachers get up to speed. More and more materials are available, including videos, user-friendly documents, and academic research on the topic. One place to start is understood.org. Thank you for doing your part to make this significant learning difference more visible.